the citizens.
Going on in this country. Look at other countries taking it, and you call yourself giant of Africa. Yeah.
Don't spoil my business too much. They just too hard for us. I mean, I want to kill us. All I love kill us for Nigeria. Please, help us beg them.
They should reduce the expenditure so that they can free enough money for social development.
I wish for a Nigeria where we elect a leader based on competency and not popularity.
On the Diamond Breakfast Show, we place the spotlight on the critical issues in the country.
Government that says they are broke can prioritize construction of an additional runway over education of the people.
And the government, how can you hold in the mean? It's intolerable. It's provocative.
Now, you see, when you look at our democratic journey, we are yet to practice the new democratic system in Nigeria.
Join us on Mondays to Friday on the DVS from 9 to 10 a.m. The Diamond Breakfast Show, amplifying the voice of the people. From the studios of Diamond 88.7 FM in Loring, this is the Diamond Breakfast Show.
Yeah, beautiful morning to you, beautiful people of Nigeria, outside Nigeria, and across the world. And this is Diamond 88.7 FM, Ilorin, Kwara State, Nigeria. It's another beautiful day, another beautiful season, and of course, in this very holy month, of course, we would say to all Muslims, faithful there, that we would say that Jumat Mubarak, right from here. This is where we discuss in-depth analysis and elevate quality conversations on stories and significant events of national and global importance that requires engaging narratives aiming for clarity that will solve the social challenges with our guests and to engage the listeners at home to contribute their own quota to this very program. This is the DBS show, Diamond Breakfast Show right here, with your main man, Precious AFOLABI D. To contact, bring in your opinion to the show. This is the number you can contact. That is 0913-655-6952. 0913-655-6952. You can drop your comments or messages on WhatsApp. That is 0913-655-6864. 0913-655-6864. Flashpoint this morning. And don't forget, you can join us on social media as well. Just go straight up to your WhatsApp. Go straight up to your YouTube. Yeah, that is Diamond 887. Diamond 887 on YouTube. Live and direct. You're going to see us live and direct. Join us and bring in your conversation on the show as well from that very platform. The Flashpoint this morning, we'll be delving into a lot of angles this morning. Politics, insecurity, and so on and so forth. This is what we're going to do on the show this morning. So we have a very big angle which we're going to start from. But today it is our opportunity as well to bring in an analyst. He is one of us right here. That is the head of news right here, Taiwo Adediran, will be coming on board. He is a journalist as well, broadcasting live, direct from, from Elisha straight up to the studio this morning. We'll be throwing that phone conversations to have in-depth opinion, analysis on each topics that we'll be bringing on board this morning. But we have this angle which we're going to be addressing our point this morning. That is the opposition stance on the Electoral Act, and other issue that is really pinpointing one fact that we really need to understand from that very particular angle. We'll be talking about the Senate's reactions towards that, talking about the Tinubu's reactions to the accusations of oppressing the opposition's parties and what he has to say regarding that. And definitely we're still going to look at the matter of the gun attack on political figures in the country. A choice of words by political leaders. These are many more we'll be unpacking on the show this morning. We're going to talk about the major concern too, that is the security concerns as gunmen continue attack and abductions. We're going to look into that. And don't forget that a couple of days ago we had this very viral incident on a podcast with Sheilo with the controversial stance that Nigeria is safer now than 10 years ago. And then later he did something. Later, I think it should be a couple of hours. Let's say yesterday, he tendered a retractable comments towards that Nigerians, please, you need to forgive me. Now I know that I am a Nigerian. So my eyes are open and I've seen a lot that have happened. But I just really want to tell you Nigerians to forgive me. Forgive the words that might come out of my mouth. Please just forgive me. We have a lot to talk in that very angle as well. You can join us on the show 0913-655-6864. 0913-655-6864. The WhatsApp, you call straight 0913-655-6952. That is the number to get engaged with me on the show this morning. All right, before we kickstart proper on the show this morning, I think it will be wise for us to go for this advert placement. Then after the advert placement, we'll delve straight into the, matters that we have on board this morning. But let us just go for this commercial break. And after the commercial break, we'll kickstart the show on straight.
Madam Matron, now so you go, they look me as I carry this my RN certificate up and down without upgrading it like you, Abi.
Nurse Titi, I don't tell you, say Nurse Lara, they do distance learning. Oh, Thomas Adeomi University, she they work. She go still they go school online. Very soon, if I tell you, she go get her BSc nursing and leave you behind.
Alele, I can go register sharp. Tell all my friends too. This is a big opportunity for all my nursing friends.
Now, so for just 200,000 naira per session, you fit get BSc nursing for Thomas Adeomi distance learning. For more inquiries, call the number 0803-357-8369 or call 090-231-30170 or visit our website at www.tau.edu.ng.
Ilé gbára máa dáhùn pépéré ni mo ṣe ń lo gáàsìkọ̀. Ìgùnfẹ̀ burúkú àti inú kíkọ́. Gáàsìkọ̀ ni oògùn tó dára tó máa ń fi pépé. Kò yẹ jẹun tó máa lè dàjẹ́ sọ. Bẹ́ẹ̀ sálátì aláti àtayọ̀. Gáàsìkọ̀ nínú bá ti ń kàn mí. Tètè gbé relief food comfort. Gáàsìkọ̀ ilé àlàáfíà gbàwẹ̀ mi. Tètè gbé. Gasco Antacid, Gasco Antacid, ilé-iṣẹ́ Fixin Healthcare PLC ló ń ṣe Gascol, fast relief full comfort.
Omar, since when did you start bringing surprise iftar packages home? See Malta Guinea.
I didn't buy this one. No. Remember that woman I said I helped this morning with a heavy generator?
Yes, how can I forget?
Hey, that same one. Her grandson Ibrahim bought this master and Malta Guinness.
See, sharing goodness brings blessings. Please pass me the can of Malta Guinness. We need to to call our neighbors to join us at the table.
This Ramadan, nourish your iftar with the great taste of malted Guinness. Malted Guinness, sharing goodness brings blessings.
Yeah, you're welcome right back right here to your main show. That is Diamond Breakfast Show right here, Diamond 887 FM. Don't forget that very recently there was a meeting of the top opposition's leaders to brainstorm on the recent signed Electoral Act of 2026, which we have in that meeting, the national chairman of the NNPP, Ajuji Hamid, and we also have the former vice president, Alhaji Atiku Abubakar. We have those people and they all has this to say. So let us just listen and take this from this SOT this morning.
That the new Electoral Act is anti-democratic and its implementation will undermine electoral transparency and sanctity of the ballot box. It is part of the ongoing design by the Tinubu-led APC administration to disorganize and weaken of the opposition, corrupt the electoral system, compromise democratic institutions, and foist a totalitarian one-party rule in Nigeria.
And let me say, or advise that the speech delivered by the chairman of NNPP be sent to all the embassies, particularly the Western Democratic embassies.
And of course, that is the voice of the former Vice President Alhaji Atiku Abubakar, also rejecting amendment limiting political parties to direct primaries and consensus, describing it as an institution into the internal affairs of the parties and a move aiming to destabilize opposition parties in Nigeria ahead 2027 general elections. We'll be looking into that particular angle this morning, as well as we will be connecting to my guest on the show this morning. That is via phone conversation. Taiwo Adediran right here. All right, I think we have you right now. We have you connected right now. Hello, good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Yeah, it's good to have you on board.
Good to be on the show today.
All right, thank you very much. I hope you're cool right there. The network is really great right there.
Yes, well, the weather is not bad.
All right.
Just that, but it's not different. Kwara, Kogi, the sun is as touching as ever.
As touching as ever. All right, it's good to have that now. Now, straight up, let us look into the very first main issues to look into this very morning. That is, of course, we know that recently, there was a meeting of the top opposition leaders to brainstorm on the recently signed Electoral Act 2026, which we have the opposition's parties, most especially the ADC and the big guns in that political party, coming out and saying that this is just a threat from the APC, to sabotage the efforts of the opposition's parties coming 2027 for the general elections. So what is your view on that point?
Well, as I have also said earlier, I feel that the assignment that was done prior to the passage of that bill was not as detailed enough. You can look at it from both angles. I am of the opinion that we cannot, because of a law, decide to alienate some people. If indeed we don't have the capacity to have a network that cuts across the whole country, it will not be democratic enough to say we are coming up with a law that says that election results must be transmitted real time, electronically. That would be difficult, because it means that if you have areas where there's no network, they will be, disenfranchised. On that note, I feel that, well, it is probably reasonable, logical, democratic as well, to say we should still leave that gap. But then, if you want to really advance, are there ways we can do it? I have listened to the Association of Licensed Telecoms Operators, who said nobody should say that we do not have network coverage in most places. Their own claim, as people who are servicing the country, their own claim was that at least you have 2G in almost all the areas where you have people living. 2G, and that 2G is enough to, carry out the services that we need. Then they have a percentage for 3G, for 4G, and even 5G. So it means that even if we have that, and those who actually provide network are defending it, don't forget that we have another team who are saying at a particular time we have the INEC officials who have said that some of these machines can also collect results, they can store results, and as when it gets to where there's network, automatically it transmits the result, and that you cannot recall such. If we have those same situations, then we can go ahead to say results should be transmitted real time. But these discussions should have held even before the passage of that bill. But there were no deliberations on that on the floor of the House. If we had deliberated on this, we should all have been able to say, yes, this is where we are going, because we, are considering the factors on ground. But unfortunately, we did not have those discussions until the House of Rep and the Senate
had a deep deliberation on that.
Yeah, so it might be difficult, but it's still democracy, and there's always room for amendments.
Right.
Whether that would be amended before this forthcoming election is another thing entirely.
All right, I will let
the oppositions.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, please, can you go ahead? Sure. Should I come in now?
So for the oppositions who are saying, who are raising some of these issues, I would have expected that we hold all this even as at then. They also have their representatives at both chambers of the National Assembly. What were they doing then? Or the period we were having a public hearing, what were we doing that we did not take up some of these issues? It's quite unfortunate.
All right. I will. Let us look based on that. On the particular point you're talking about, the network issues, let's look at the premises of the provision of Section 63, which is the unavailability or possibility of network failure. And we found this premise dubious and consistent with realities. And the immediate past INEC chairman, Professor Mahmoud Yakubu, stated on record that the Beavers equipment, which operate offline, had worked with over a 90% success rate on the nation. And if you look at it, if we are to transmit automatically and get the result, do you feel that Nigeria as a country is actually matured towards that technology, if you are to look into it, considering the network issue?
Why not? Why not? We've been using this for how many years now? We've been exposed to it for how many years. We have tried the beavers, even though during the last election, it was not as smooth as we expected. But then we expect that they also would have identified the issues therein, and we can move forward. The exams that we conduct now is not CBT, and JAMB has been able to do that successfully till now. Even though they might still have one hiccup or the other.
You
continue to beat it.
You mean JAMB?
Yes, I'm referring to JAMB, for instance.
Are you sure? If you look at the academic aspect, we are actually mature. Don't forget what happened last year for the children writing, the students writing the WAHEC, all those itches and glitches that popped.
That's what I'm saying, that we still have hiccups. But then, have they not been using it?
Are they not major hiccups, Taiwo?
I don't see that as a major hiccup every time. What we have seen and what we have seen with JAMB has actually shown that this is possible. It's possible. We have seen reliable results, except for this one that you just mentioned, that which is not as if it's been happening every year. So it's something very possible that we can really put into practice. So I really do not see anything stopping, especially, again, because one of the stakeholders, which I don't know whether they were also involved or whether they were not invited during this public hearing.
You're right.
They are stakeholders, the telecom operators, and I expected that they will be able to convince us enough that, yes, we can go ahead with this.
All right. How do you consider the gathering of the opposition parties towards this quest of the electoral bill and the journey to let's say the 2027 general election? Is that a point that oppositions are holding on to, getting to, having notions to the Nigerians that they are up to the tax coming 2027?
Well, I don't know. We still haven't seen the weight of this major opposition, the ADC, as far as we are concerned. Don't forget that we have had a couple of elections after the EDC was formed. They've not been able to make any impact, the last of which was the FCT Council election. Despite the fact that even the senator that comes from there, Gibe, defected from Labour Party to the EDC, they were not able to make much impact. Even the PDP that we've actually been writing of was still able to snatch one of the local governments, then leaving the four others for the APC. So, well, I think what they are also trying to do as of now is just to ensure that they stamp their feet on the ground and to rearrange to let people know that, yes, they are still there. But politically, we've not seen the weight of what they are made up of. And so the APC will still probably feel they are still, on ground and in charge.
All right. Thank you very much. We'll still continue, but let us go for this advert placement. Taiwo, please. We'll be right back. Let's go for this advert placement, and we'll be right back.
Omar, since when did you start bringing surprise iftar packages home? See Malta Guinea.
I didn't buy this one. No. Remember that woman I said I helped this morning with a happy generator?
Yes, how can I forget?
That same one. Her grandson Ibrahim bought this last.
Sharing goodness brings blessings. Please pass me the can of Malta Guinness. We need to call our neighbor to join us at the table.
This Ramadan, nourish your iftar with the great taste of malted Guinness. Malted Guinness, sharing goodness brings blessings.
Announcement. The wait is over. Samsung has unveiled the powerful new S26 series, and it is now available for pre-order at Femtech. Experience unmatched speed, breathtaking camera clarity, intelligent AI features, and a design that defines premium. Be among the first in Nigeria to own the future. Pre-order the new Samsung S26 series today at Femtech and receive free gift items worth over 500,000 naira. Secure yours now with a pre-order deposit of 500,000 naira. Allocation is strictly limited. Call 0809 999 6565. 0809 999 6565 or visit www.femtechit.com today. Femtech, get more for less.
From the studios of Diamond 88.7 FM in Loring, this is the Diamond Breakfast Show.
Yeah, Lucifer, good morning to you, and you're welcome to DBS. That was the advert placement we need to really quickly read. And of course, thank you for staying with us. Of course, linked up with Taiwo Adidiro, that is the head of news, Diamond 887 FM, Diamond 885 FM. We've been having that conversations on the recent electoral act 2026 has just been signed, and we're having oppositions parties bringing out their differences towards that. And of course, if you look at it, what is your take? You can call into the show 0913-655-6952, 0913-655-6952. You can also drop your message on the WhatsApp 0913-655-6864. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, Mr. AFOLABI.
Good morning, ma.
Good morning, Sir Prince.
Yeah.
Happy visiting Nigerians.
Yes, sir. Good morning, yeah.
For God, Prophetess Ayodele on the line seeking for airport, in Kwara State. The issue of reform, all the parties is warming up towards 2027 by special grace of God. And we know that everybody will be trying it or not. But we know that the ruling party, we believe that they're supposed to be arranging goodies, things that will relieve Nigerians, because we know that they are warming up to come back. We are just suggesting that the remaining party to warm up, because the race 2007, we put everything to God's hand. We suggest the security for us.
Hello?
We supersede what is on ground. Property and difficulties will go with Mr. President.
All right. Thank you very much for your contribution there. And we're having this message coming up right here on the WhatsApp. We're having, multiple presidential candidates cannot compete with Jagaban. What Nigeria wants, decisions makers who can paddle destiny and provide access to affordable and functional basic social services, education, healthcare, internet security, electricity, food security, affordable housing, efficient transportation, employment opportunities, justice, access to justice, said Nigerian president requires a solid base influence, a through sense of history, networking, structure, strategy, conflict management, deep thinking, and a track record of performance. Managing overbearing character is a crucial trait for Nigerian next president. This coming from Kolade Aide from Asadam. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, sir. Your name, where you calling from, sir?
This is Dr. Olaruki, estimate coming from Itakure.
Yeah, welcome, sir.
I want to thank the Diamond FM for the opportunity they give us to be the part of this program.
All right, thank you.
I want to talk brief on the comments of the opposition.
Please go ahead.
According to my own view, I can't blame the opposition party because of their pronouncement. Because the Nigerian politicians are very, very wise to achieve their aim in the electoral process. So, and they understand their truth and character. So, between themselves, between one another. So, they know the in and out of every one of them. So, finally, every one of them are fighting for their own interests. God bless us.
All right, thank you. All right, thank you very much for your contributions. Great stop to the WhatsApp. Good morning, House. On the issue of amended electoral law, why is it that the opposition parties are not objectives? I know an area in or Ondo State, except you climb a certain mountain, you cannot make call because no network, and the issues of internet hijacking is also there. Why are they not addressing these aspects up till now? And say banks still complain of no network. How much of the election? Isa Muhammad Hilori. Good morning.
Sir, precious.
Yes, sir. Good morning, sir.
God bless you. This is Governor for Black Journey.
All right, sir.
I'm appealing to government, Nigeria. Do the right thing at the right time. Let us be transparency, accountability, and fidelity. This is the only thing. I always care for this thing on your program every now and then. Praise accountability and fidelity, which is faithfulness. Finish. As simple as that. People they to go back and learn and change to a new leaf. God bless you all.
All right, thank you very much for your contributions. 0913-655-6952. You can join us on the YouTube, Diamond 887 FM on YouTube, Diamond 887 FM. Then let's have the conversation right from there. Or, okay, let's pick this call, then we'll move to the next one. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, sir.
Good morning, sir. Your name, where you calling from?
This is Mr. Ben from Metalepa.
All right, Mr. Ben.
Yeah. I think I'm not supposed to blame the opposition because we live in a country where public opinion does not count. Because if you look at the manner and the way the deal was passed aside, it was very hasty, of which there's no room for the repression or to utter whatever is contained in the deal. So I think there's always provision for amendment, and there's no harm in try. If we can try read time for the first time, if there's any issue, we continue to amend. So we cannot just say because 9 states doesn't have network, we decided not to conduct a free and fair election. Let's just try the read time for the first time and know what will happen. We continue to amend.
All right. Thank you for your contributions right there. And let's see, I think I'm connected with Taiwo. Taiwo.
Yes.
Yeah, good to have you. Straight up to the second one we have here, the outrage greet guns attack on Obi Oyegun's orders. We have the widespread condemnation yesterday trails the gun attack on Edo State Secretariat of African Democratic Congress, ADC, and the residence of the party national leader and the former Edo State Governor, John Odige, during which former Anambra State Governor Peter Obi and other party leaders narrowly escaped harm, as the attack, which occurred after a political event in Benin City, has drawn outrage from the political parties, civil society groups, and stakeholders who want that such violence pose grave danger in Nigeria democracy ahead of 2027. While condemning the incident, we have on Monday that Governor Pebulu denied any involvement and describes the development as an internal crisis within the ADC taken too far. I don't know if you really have the projection into these scenarios. Can you a little bit, just enlighten us just within a couple of minutes?
Well, the basic thing that happened was that during that visit, you have people raining bullets on the premises. I think it was the residence of that former APC chieftain, John Odige. The basic, the bottom line was that there was an attack. Now, whether it was over an internal dispute
within the
ADC,
okay,
or it was by another rival political party, we still cannot establish that now.
Okay.
And that is where we should start from. If I thought we are going to address this issue, who were the culprits? What have the security operatives been able to do? Because I really do not want to believe that in a political gathering like that, we won't have security operatives either from the state, either from Peter Obi, who happens to be a prominent individual, or even the former APC chairman. So those questions need to be addressed. We did not make arrests, one or two, to say, oh, these are the people who were actually there. Were there even cameras that captured some of these things so that we can probably trail and get one or two people? You just discover that whenever these things happen, it goes like that and it dies eventually. So those are the issues that we have. So it means that as much as we talk about most of these issues, we are not sincere enough to address them so that we can know the root of the matter and whoever was responsible for it. That said, it also brings to light the problem we have with the utterances of our politicians. And that again has started. Remember that we had a particular situation where the governor of Edo warned Peter Obi not to enter the state without his notice, and that whenever he comes around, there was always violence. And that was actually controversial then, because some people felt the man should be able to come in and move out of any state, including Edo, without notification. And he was saying because of his political figure and because of other factors surrounding it, he should be able to put factors in place to ensure that there's adequate security of lives and properties. So he could, as it stands now, he could go either way. Is this the camp from the Obi camp are saying this attack was as a result of the threat by Governor Monday. The camp of Governor Monday will say this is what we foresaw, and that was why we made, we gave that warning earlier on around that period. So he could go either way, but if you don't identify the culprits, how can you say this is where the issue comes from? So unfortunately, for both sides now, it's always the blame game. We have not seen actions taken to address this particular matter. It's always been the blame game. And that's what led to the APC and the ADC exchanging, firepower, exchanging words about who is responsible, who is not, and the choice of words and all that. It is not what we need at this moment. This is still February 2026. Imagine what happens in a year's time when the election will be holding. Quite unfortunate. We hope that we nip all this in the bud now before it gets out of hand.
I really appreciate you, addressing the banter, the defamatory words used amongst the politicians to themselves, because I was trying to come to that point where the ADC spokesperson Bolaji Abdullahi criticized the tone and language used in the APC statement, describing it as unbecoming of the ruling party, according to him, which is considering such statements. I was trying to check my dictionary to find the meaning of insufferable jester, utterly delusional, recklessness, flappant, confused bunch, and political wanderers. I was coming to that fact. I was checking that word, the context of the word, but because of the time, we just need to make use of the little time that we have. I'll be going for advert placements now. But before the advert placement, just for 1 minute before I'm going to let you go, we've had these very words that is flying everywhere in the atmosphere about what the comedian Sheyi Law mentioned when he was talking about saying that the 10 years ago Nigeria was super better than this time, but he came out a couple of hours ago to apologize for Nigerians. In 1 minute, what do you see to that statement? Was he just trying to pull a crowd, to put viewers to his side? I just don't understand that context, just for 1 minute. But he later apologized. What's your take on that for 1 minute?
Well, especially in political, during political arguments, people really do not reason with facts and figures.
The more of sentimental.
We are not objective. Yes, we are not objective. We are just sentimental and emotional. So whatever you say, I don't want to see reasons with your reasons. I only just want to make arguments in support of whatever is my camp, and that is where people miss it. Eventually, you fall for whatever you say sometimes, and that was what happened to the young man. Yeah, and it was not as if he couldn't have even defended it, because in certain instances you can say, well, some of the things that were happening then were no longer happening. Because I think around that period we were even having explosions within cities. Those,
I'll need to let you go. I know you have a lot to talk on that particular, but time is not our friend. We need to go for advert placements now, and we'll be wrapping it on the show in just 2 minutes. But thank you very much for your contribution on the show this morning.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you, Taiwo Adediran, for your contribution. Let's go for this advert placement, then we'll be right back.
Omar, since when did you start bringing surprise iftar packages home? See Malta Guinea.
I didn't buy this one. No. Remember that woman I said I helped this morning with a heavy generator?
Yes, how can I forget?
That same one. My grandson Ibrahim bought this master and Malta Guinness.
See, sharing goodness brings blessings. Please pass me the can of Malta Guinness. We need to call our neighbors to join us at the table.
This Ramadan, nourish your iftar with the great taste of malted Guinness. Malted Guinness, sharing goodness brings blessings.
Of course, time is not really our friends on the show today, and I really want to appreciate the head of news there, Taiwo Adediran, for his contributions, and a lot of guests that have tried to call into the show. I really want to appreciate you. Calls are coming in right now, but I won't be able to pick those calls. Let me just have the privilege to take some messages right here. Mr. Precious, we have a video where ADC factions are locking themselves outside in their meeting. How is the ruling party now responsible? These attack ADC should settle the internal crisis or Eagle factions and other factions. This is from Isa Mohammed Ilori. Thank you for your contribution right there, because we'll be moving away from the show today, by the special grace of coming next week. But okay, let me see if I can still pick this. In my view, the other parties are not serious contenders in the forthcoming elections. I'd say that if they truly want to stand a chance of winning, they must unite and rally behind a strong, credible candidate within the party. Without unity and a solid front-runner, victory will be difficult. Suleiman Babaoyo, or is it Babaoyo? All right, thank you. Okay, this is from Apalara. Thank you very much, beautiful people. Thank you very much. I really appreciate you. We'll be going today. We have very particular information also to pass. So we'll be saying our buys on the show today. I'm Precious. AFOLABI next week, God willing.